Hey guys, it's Bryn here, and today I'd like to talk to you about my journey with weight loss. And weight has been something that I've struggled with for a long time. I'm 26 now, and it was probably at the end of high school when I was about 17 that I started to put weight on. In high school, I was always an athlete. I played volleyball, and so there'd be conditioning practices early in the morning and at lunch hour when you're hopping on one foot up and down the stairs for half an hour or doing shuttles and that sort of thing. So I was always fit when I was younger and very active, but when that stopped, I didn't find activity to replace the activity that I'd done before. And, as you get older and you're driving, you have more independence and you're able to just go and get some snacks or fast food or whatever. And I didn't realize the new routines, the new habits that I'd formed were going to, start me down the wrong path. So I guess as long as I can remember, ever since I put the weight on, I've wanted to take it off. And so there have been a couple of attempts, and it can be really difficult. But it's been about a month and a half now since I started again to come up with my latest effort to not just start a weight loss plan, but to make a lifestyle change. So about 2 months ago at work, they announced that they were going to be doing a contest, the Biggest Loser contest. And it's not like the show, we don't get taken somewhere to some sort of a farm or building isolated with two personal trainers that are helping you work out all day and to lose like 10 pounds a week or something. No, this is just, everybody is to do their best at home to make some changes to your exercise and eating lifestyle so that you can try and lose the most weight. And it's about 3 months long. And so, of course, I'm not doing this for that contest, but the contest gave me the kick in the butt that I needed to finally get going on this. Something in the back of my mind that I've wanted to do for a long time. So, it's been going well. It's been about 40 days, and I've lost about 31 or 32 pounds. So that sounds really, really fast, but I've had a lot to lose, so I'm not worried that that rate of loss is too fast. But I thought I'd talk to you about what's working for me. And what I've come up with is a list of 10 things, 10 weight loss golden rules, I guess you could say, that have worked for me and just might work for you if you're looking to lose some weight, whether it's just a few pounds or something more significant like me. So I'll go ahead and get started telling you what has worked for me. So the first thing is so ridiculously simple, but it was something that I didn't think about before. It's just math. Calories in, calories out. You need to burn more calories than you take in if you want to lose weight. And it's not good to restrict calories too far because you don't want your body to go into starvation mode. And honestly, if you do eat too little food, you'll just be starving and your biology will kick in and just make you ravenous, and then that's when you will just go and eat way too much. So it's good to make sure you have a plan and know how many calories you want to stick to in a day, and that is not too difficult to do. What you could either do is write down what you're eating so that you know exactly how many calories you've taken in that day, or what I like to do is use an app on my iPhone called MyFitnessPal, and I think a lot of people know about this, and it's a godsend. It's sort of like Weight Watchers, but there's no points. And what it does is you just enter in your food. They have all sorts of food, so from different restaurants. You would be amazed. Or if you just make something at home, you can search for, a piece of bread or one egg, a medium egg, a large egg, and it'll tell you how many calories are likely in that food. And that way you can keep track and say, okay, so I've eaten 1,000 or 1,200 calories today. And then you can also enter your activity, and then it'll say, okay, that's approximately 200 calories that you've burned. You have this many calories left to eat. So you tell the app how much you weigh and how much you want to lose per week, and it will help you to reach your goal. So that's great. It takes all of the guesswork out of it so that you know how many calories are in and how many are out. It's a big, big help. The other thing that I do is I have this Fitbit, and it's just a bracelet, and it's like a pedometer where it counts the number of steps that you take in a day. I'll just show that to you. It's got a little black contraption in there that you just stick in the bracelet. And I bought mine at Indigo, the bookstore, here in Saskatchewan where I live. And so that's really neat. Indigo has all sorts of neat things. You just stop in there. They also have some interesting high-tech scales that you can buy. But this keeps track of all of your movements and approximate calories from the steps that you're taking in a day. So it helps, again, take some of the guesswork out. And you can set a goal like, I want to take 10,000 steps today. Or you can wear this during your workout, like your time on the treadmill, and see how many steps that you've taken, so that it's just another way to keep track of how many calories you're burning and how much activity you're getting. So that is the first step, and it's very important, probably the most important thing, and that's where I would advise you start. The second thing is the activity. This has been a challenge for me because I hate working out. I don't like going to the gym. I hate running. If you made me run if you said to me I had to run for an hour, I mean, first of all, it'd be physically impossible. But second, I'd probably be like, okay, just take me now. I can't, I can't do it. I won't do this. That is my idea of hell. So the key is finding activity that you enjoy. Okay, so for me, it's swimming. I love to swim, so I make sure to go a couple or a few times a week. Also, there is something called the Couch to 5K plan, and I'm not under the illusion that I'm going to do a 5K at this point because, like I said, I just don't enjoy running, and if you do, that's great, and this is perfect for you. Basically, it tells you, if you're starting off from a state of inactivity, someone who likes Netflix more than they like the treadmill, you can start off by walking for 5 minutes, then running for 2, then walking for 5, then you do that again a couple of days later. Then a couple of days after that, you walk for 5, run for 3, walk for 5, and so on. And over the course of, I think, 9 weeks or 10 weeks, you can get up to running for about 15 minutes. And all told, you are able to do a 5K. So I'm not sure, that might be running for as long as half an hour for some people. It just depends on how fast you are. But if that's your goal, that's a great way to go about it. The key is just finding some activity that you like, and then that way you look forward to it. I look forward to getting in the pool, and when an hour's gone by, I don't feel like, oh my goodness, I can't continue with this. I feel like, ooh, this is fun, and I wear some goggles and do some flips and laps and all sorts of things in the water, and it's fun for me. So that is the key. Maybe you'll like riding bikes, doing yoga, but you want to get your heart rate up. So find that activity. Try a few different things and find what you enjoy doing. Number 3, drink a lot of water. I was someone who didn't drink much water, and this, I'm sure you've heard all over the place. Like, have 8, 9, 10 glasses of water a day, depending on your weight. It just helps flush things out, keeps you hydrated, and you won't retain the water anymore. If you are not drinking enough, your body holds on to that water, and it can add a couple of pounds to the scale. So you've got to keep your body refreshed. So drink the water. That's huge. And that also ties into number 4. Cut out the sugary drinks. That's what I've done. No more Pepsi. I lived on Pepsi. Pepsi and iced tea and just sugar, sugar, sugar. So get rid of the pop. Replace it with water, ideally. If you really don't love water, Diet Pop is better because it doesn't have all that sugar. If you don't want the Diet Pop, then you can do drinks like Crystal Light or Splenda. I like to drink lots of tea or coffee with Splenda or Sugar Twin, that sort of thing. So that way you're not drinking all of your calories, and that's big. Number 5, white foods. Cut out the white foods. This is very hard for me. No more pasta, potatoes, rice. Oh, fettuccine alfredo. I don't know if you guys have done this, but when you go to a restaurant and you think, okay, do I want the chicken breast and the asparagus, or do I want the fettuccine alfredo? And you haven't had pasta for a couple of months, you're thinking, oh, fettuccine alfredo, right? But it has like 1,200 calories at some restaurants for a plate of fettuccine alfredo, and that is not worth it. That is absolutely not worth it. So these foods have to go. They turn into fat. They're not, good for you in the way the protein and vegetables are. So they've got to go with something that for me is a treat. Number 6, junk food. And by that I mean fast food. don't stop and get the burgers, the fries, all of the fatty foods. They're very high calorie. No more McDonald's, no more fast food. The only fast food that I allow myself is Subway. It's healthy, and I find that it's really helped me with my weight loss. And if I'm ravenous and really hungry or really busy or just on my way home from work, I'll get a 6-inch sweet onion chicken teriyaki, and it's got under 6 grams of fat, and I think, under 400 calories, something like that, maybe 350 or less. And that really helps me. Also, Subway has baby subs, so if you're not really hungry, then you can go ahead and get half, like about a 3 or 4-inch sub, and it comes with a little bag of apple slices, so that would be a good option for you too if you're really just trying to do something quick. Number 7, snack foods. You've got to cut out the chips. This is really hard for me. I love chips, and they've got to go. And no more cookies and desserts and cheesecakes and things like that. And don't eat at night like I always did. Maybe you're bored, maybe you're sad, maybe you're stressed, maybe you eat when you watch TV. Don't let yourself do it anymore. And if you really need to satisfy that craving, I buy these, the Thin Stations. I don't know if you can see this. That was the French side. Thin Stations are about 100 calories a pack, and they have little Chips Ahoy cookies and little chips and things like that. And there's just 100 calories in a little pouch, so that when you have that, you're done. You know how much you had, and you're not sitting there mindlessly eating. Number 8, learn to like new things. So if you don't like broccoli and carrots and vegetables, that's just not a fair statement to make. Have you tried broccoli cooked this way? I really like broccoli cooked, but I don't love it raw. I love cooked carrots. Like, to me, that is more delicious than lasagna. But I don't really like them raw. So you have to find how you like the vegetables. Give them a chance. It'll really pay off. Number 9, routine. For me, this is big. You need to plan ahead and come up with your new lifestyle routine. So in the morning, I used to never eat breakfast. I'd be out the door, but now I always have some oatmeal. And what I'll get is something like this. This one is from Sobeys, and this is a pack of, a combination variety pack of oatmeal. So they have regular oatmeal, apple and cinnamon, peaches and cream, strawberry and vanilla, maple and brown sugar. And they're, 110 to 170 calories a pack. And I'll put some skim milk on there, maybe some Harvest Crunch cereal, and maybe a sliced banana on top. And it's so satisfying and so tasty, but nice and low cal, and a great way to start your day. Sometimes I'll have that at night if I'm absolutely dying of cravings and I need something sweet, or even for lunch. It's just something that is really easy and really helps me with that routine. So I would advise make your meals in advance. Make a wrap for lunch. Have a lean cuisine for supper. But just know in advance what you're going to have for your meals. And then that way there's less of a chance that you're going to derail and go off your plan. And number 10, I would say, is motivation. You will not reach your goal and stick with your plan unless you know what it is that's driving you to do this. For me, I feel like the person that I am inside, the way I see myself, is different than the way other people see me. I think every woman that's overweight, I mean, that's not fair to say. That's how I feel. Maybe some women don't really care about their weight, and that doesn't affect how they see themselves. But for me, in my mind's eye, I would be, more of a Kate Middleton than a Melissa McCarthy. And I don't mean anything by that. I think they're both incredible women. But what I want for myself is to be fit and to be able to go into a store and wear whatever I want to wear. So that's my motivation. I want to be fit and healthy and the most beautiful that I can be and fulfill my potential. And so that's what motivates me. And so for you need to figure out what it is that motivates you. Whether you want to be healthier so you can have children, or you want to be able to run that 5K or fit into those clothes, or maybe for your wedding, or whatever it is. Just know what it is, and then that way you'll really stick to your goal. So that's the way I lost over 30 pounds in about 40 days. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll do another video on my eating routine soon. Thanks so much. Bye.